Okay, I'm back. I'm not able to see this time if anybody's here. I don't know why it's not showing. So I don't know if anybody's actually here or not. Oh, now I see it. 5 watching, and then I'll overlay the chat, so that'll help. Okay, so since there's actually people watching, I should get started. The way that I've done my bookmarks this time, I split them up by kingdoms. So Kingdom 254 is all marked. Kingdom 551 is friends, and enemies are 596. So this is the part that's normally cut out. Hey Ricky, how's it going? Is my reconnaissance and searching and looking for people who aren't shielded. That's the stuff that normally doesn't get shown. So here there's some troops garrison, not many, 65k. I'm not really going to port in for that. And I just check profiles. 310 mil, maybe a few troops, but not much. And the other thing that'll be hard for me to get used to is, hey Hazel, how's it going? That I can't zoom out as far. Like, it's really hard to play on a monitor. It's giant, so scrolling is slow. This one, 132 mil, nothing there. And hopefully nobody gets motion sick, but that's also part of it when I'm scrolling around looking for stuff to kill, is I gotta scroll through the map to find it. So somebody else was here. And I don't see anybody right now. But these are big kingdoms. 254 has Jerome J, who's, I don't know, 21 billion power, maxed out. I don't know why this one's not burning, 562 mil, but the other ones are. Unless it was somebody who went like on their farm and burned the small ones. But I might go after that. Lady P, 678 mil. Yes, I can is still burning. I don't see an enemy over here. Unless I just missed it. Again, hopefully I don't make anybody sick. I've seen some people leave already, so I wonder if they're going to get motion sick and decide not to stay for this. I'll try and not kill you guys with my scrolling as much as I can. I don't know, it looks like this hive got hit already, and I don't know why they skipped this one, but I'm guessing that maybe the fires have just gone out already. So taking a look, we'll just keep bouncing around bookmarks, looking for stuff. These ones are still shielded. These ones are on Alliance Shield, so everybody from Jur is not in there. Let's get back to this kingdom. I'm going to stay here. IMM is the one that has Jerome J, so that's the one I need to be careful of if I decide to attack them. So Priscilla's here. She's at 186 million. That's a dead castle. Are people getting dropped or are people just leaving? That's the other piece that I'd like to know. So there's Jerome each. Oh, only 9 billion power. I don't remember who I'm... Oh, Luca. Luca's another one that's in this group of kingdoms that's 20 billion. But either way, they're both pretty crazy, so... All I see are shields so far. Oh, 1.1 billion. That one's tempting. I don't know if Jerome is active though, and that's kind of scary. Because if I get hit by Jerome, my kingdom raid is pretty much over. Bruna's left her baby castles unguarded. I don't see what else. I'll look around a little bit, but I might come back to that 1.1 billion and see if I can See what he has. It's so close to Jerome, and if Jerome is here, that's a death wish. Let's go look at this other alliance. This guy, Tyler, shielded. Ship, battle straw. Straw hat 1, straw hat 2. Those are his farms, no doubt. The question is, does he have resources on him, and is it worth porting over there? He put 152,000 inside of the garrison, so that would get me all the points I need, but it's probably his farm troops, and he probably doesn't have any resources open. Maybe this one too, might come back to it. Usually slow to start. Also, my plans got screwed up because we tend not to use the Alliance Shield for our repeat offenders who are always unshielded during Kingdom Raid, but we merged and we've got a new R4 who thought he was protecting people and used the shield. Well, my problem with that is I planned my shield to drop about 638, 640, but now I've got 4 hours on it. So when I break my shield, I'm going to be out for at least a half hour. So I don't want to just randomly go pick somebody that is, when I'm going to be out of shield that long, I want to have some targets lined up and make sure it's worth it. So that's the other piece. And for anybody else that joined, sorry if I make you motion sick. Borat Viking, 93 million. That's a dead castle. Okay, checking more. Gosh, anybody have any questions? I mean, I skipped all of my bookmark stuff yesterday, but basically I look through here, I look for shields, I try and decide if they have troops, if they might have resources. Like looking at these C-28s, like do I really want to go over there for some C-28s? I don't know. And they probably don't have any troops because they look pretty small. This one has troops. Praetorianer. So there's troops there for sure. We might go in for that. And then look at the C-28s while we're there. Here's a C-34. Dead, 188 million. GTP Daniels is maybe some troops. And I don't see anything else in here. So basically we're going to use a port for one castle and scouting a few others. So it's one of those. Oh, I also didn't give myself stuff yet. Raid shop, assign resources, raid teleports. I need 5 to start. That's 2 for the first kingdom, 3 for the second kingdom. So we'll port in here, and then I'm still shielded, so have to set a 1 hour. Oh, that's smart, Ricky. I like to be shielded right at the start because I'm driving home, but I like it to break after I've eaten dinner and done all that stuff, and I'm like ready to play. So that's when I like my shield to break. So if we look at here, like I've got 3 hours left on shield or something ridiculous. That's bedtime. You found 20 million silver already? Nice job, Nathan. What other resources did you get? Well, here goes the shield. Let's see how this goes. So we're going to scout him. We're going to scout here. We're going to scout here. And we're going to scout here. Like, I'm tempted to just switch off of the mouse and keyboard and use my phone with my hand while still talking about it. So 1.5 million troops on Praetorianer. So we're going to hit that. This is the march I'm going to use. And then while that's marching, we're going to check these other ones real quick. For resources, nothing. Nothing. And if you guys want to see the castle actually burn, so this one has 500k. Which one is this? So this guy, we need to kill him too. Let's send this march. So that guy burned, and I did 1.3 million kills. And what is that, 40 something thousand losses? So we need to hit him one more time to finish him off. And then we're done with this section. So I'm going to use a faster march this time because I've killed most of it. I'm going to use one that doesn't have any infantry, so that'll kill it faster. This one I didn't send my airship. Hopefully it doesn't backfire. Ugh, it took a harder hit than I should have. I should have just waited and sent my airship. Oh, he's probably got rain that I wasn't looking for. Yep, there's rain in there. So if you're hasty, you end up missing things like this. So not sending my airship cost me losses where I shouldn't have had any. If I'd have sent my airship, I would have just smashed that. So now I'll send my airship march back to finish that off, and now I'm back to airship only for the rest of this because that's it's unfortunate. Losing troops for no reason is, losing troops fighting and getting kills, I'm all for that, but losing troops because I'm stupid is not what I like to do. And then see this castle, even though it's untagged, I'm gonna scout it because I have found resources on the deadest, weirdest castles where people think, oh, it won't be in an alliance and nobody will check it. Well, I will check it. I don't hit tiles, so unless somebody's really pissed me off, I don't need to go after tiles. I'm after resources, not kills. Like, kills are cool, and if I port somewhere and they have troops, I'm gonna go for them. But I'm mainly after resources. That's what I love. Okay, so this guy's got some wood and 1.3 million troops. So we're gonna hit him, take the wood, because I want it. And it's a 57-second march, so we're gonna speed it up. And let's get over here and watch it. There's the burn, and we lost 1.2 million power. Looks like we got all of the kills, and we got all of the wood, a little bit of silver, a little bit of iron. Not a bad hit. Okay, let's check these other scouts, make sure there's no hidden resources, and then I'll probably be moving on from this hive. So this one has a little tiny bit. I could take some, but it's not really worth the extra 2 minutes on the timer for me right now. And I missed one somewhere. Oh, battle report down here. So going at this guy for his 300k. We got all our rewards already. I wish that they would turn these cameras off while I'm doing stuff. Hold on 1 second. I'm turning off my notifications for that so it doesn't happen anymore. Okay, so sorry I missed a couple of questions. Let's see, finish Kingdom Raid, 10 million for the first time. Good job, Evan. That's good. And then starting your wall upgrade. That's nice. I mean, any time you get resources that you actually need, like I'm all for that. I like that. I think it's awesome. I go out for resources because my research is horrible. I'm so far behind on research and it is so expensive. So I need just billions and billions of resources for research and also to go to C43 eventually. So again, for people who are here, sorry if I make you motion sick. You can look away while I'm scrolling and I'll announce when I'm going to attack so that you don't have to watch my endless scrolling while I'm looking for targets, because that's the piece that'll make you sick if you get motion sick. And I know from experience I get horribly motion sick. Like I would not be able to watch my own stream. But because I know where the things are going to go. And then this one, I share it with my alliance in case somebody wants some easy points, but that's not what I'm worried about. So as soon as this march gets back, I'm going to random port out and then continue looking at my bookmarks. I don't really like being in another hive looking through bookmarks and being somewhere else, because then if I have somebody port in next to me, I miss it. So I like to use the random port and get out and then search my bookmarks. It's safer. I've always found that it's safer. So, that's how I do it, if you wonder. Okay, was I just at GTP? Is that the hive I was just at? Yes, it is. So everybody GTP, I can skip for now. I don't know if I want to go back to the Immortal Hive or not. Like, Jerome is scary. Like, I'm totally scared to go over there. So this guy has 135 mil, not a single piece of armor on. So these look like dead castles for the most part. Not seeing anything here. Jeez. Sorry, we're off to kind of a slow start. Where am I at as far as rank? I'm in number 1 right now, but I've only got 439 million points, so that is not enough. Not in my kingdom. Dark Mystic will get 400 million points with a single hit on somebody. This little farm alliance, 35 million power. 68 million power, not a lot over here. Gosh, maybe I will go back to IMM and see. It would be a short stream, but it'll be exciting. Let me get through the rest of my bookmarks, and if I don't see anything else, maybe I'll go check it out. Do a little bit of suiciding. Zaz farm, Zaz Sammy. Sammy 3 is unprotected, 118 million. Probably not worth a port for one farm. Okay. Don't see much over here yet. Is that where it just was? Yeah, so it's way harder when I'm on this big screen because I didn't even realize that I was in the same hive. Okay, different bookmarks. GTP, MMG, Zaz, TNG. Did I go there already? I don't think I did. But he's gone. So that bookmark is dead. So the other thing I need to do, or I like to do when I find a dead bookmark, is I get rid of it. Otherwise I'll check it again tomorrow. Or the next day, whatever it might be. WTZ, so Hatta. So that's a dead castle. Farms. Here's a C35. 490 million. So there's something there. I might go there. Also, they're garrisoned with. Not yet garrisoned. Oh. See the way that blended in? I didn't see it. Does this guy have troops too? Probably not. Ooh. 525 million for a C41? He's probably already been zeroed. But this one is definitely worth a port. So we're going to go investigate this one. And I want to be over here because it's closer to the other two that actually might have troops also. So we're going to scout this. We're going to scout this. Since we're here, we're scouting everything. That is how I do it. then we'll check some scout reports, see what we're at to. He's already zeroed. Skyfall Farm has some wood, so we'll kill that. Let's check the other bookmarks or the other scout reports. Nothing. And some troops. So we'll kill Marcos as well. Marcos is over here. Zooming through this on the big screen is even making me, I'm making myself a little motion sick. This is not great. I'm gonna have to look at the format for next time, and maybe I'll use my phone with my finger while still having the headset on, because then I can control the motion a little bit better. Right now it's just like bleh. Not a very exciting port so far. I was expecting that big castle to have more. So I got the resources, small amount. Whoops. This one has 1.3 million troops. Not many resources, but we're going to kill it. And I kill it with my infantry march because I want my infantry to die first. I will speed this one up, but I'm going to use small speeds. And then we'll watch the Murlocs go. Okay, let's see the damage. Looks like we got them all, and we lost 9,400 troops. So after the next random teleport, I'm going to switch gear, start my healing, and then continue on. So this guy, Zappendir, he has some troops and some wood, so we'll kill him too. He's a C-27, so I'm going to just use my fast march, and we want to speed that in there so that if someone was going to rain, that they have a harder time doing it. And since we're here, let's look at these farms, because why not? Firma 1, Firma 2, Max, Firma, Rav Farm. Did I scout this one yet? I don't think I did. Okay, let's check it out. So, not enough wood for me to attack. We got the kills here. Oh, if you guys want to see stats, we can do that too. Here's my stats right now. Why? Oh, that's without my airship. I was like, why is it so low? So these are my stats without my airship. They're definitely in farm gear. Not enough to worry about. 723,000 troops. I'll take that. Look, untagged castle with that kind of troops. So that's just free kills. I bet you he quit the game and they never zeroed him out. Like, if there's people in your alliance that quit the game, zero them. Run a rally on them, kill them, so that people don't come to your area for free kills. So now we're going to scout these other guys too, because these ones had troops. Max F2 probably has troops because Max F1 does. So in turn, we'll scout Max F3 to look for even more troops. I wish that some of these bigger castles were unshielded, but it is what it is. And I am trying to read chat, so if you guys do send me a message, I might not see it for a minute or two, but I will see it and I'll respond to it. I can even start reading the comments out loud if you guys want. 370,000 on Max F2, so we'll send some after that. Let's send the new guards. And Max F3, we'll send one there because I didn't look at the scout report, but I'm guessing there's troops. Yep. So more kills, and so if you guys have joined late or you didn't hear me at the beginning, I'm not usually chasing kills. I'm after resources. That's what I like the most. But if I've already wasted a port to get to a hive, I'm going to scout everything I can and just try and maximize what I get out of that teleport. So the most kills I can get, the most resources I can get, the most everything. And I don't know if I scouted this castle that's right next to me. I don't think I did. So that's one. and it's Naruto, so I love Naruto. I loved that show. Let's see, nothing. 100,000, not worth it, and nothing. So, yeah, I just contradicted myself with the max damage. Like, I don't want to send a march for 100k low tier troops. I don't care that much. Did I scout this guy right next to me? I don't think I did. I don't think I scouted this one or this one. I think that's it for this area. Here's two more, and then we'll be done. So then we'll check where we're at on points. 54k, not worried about it. 480k I will kill. So this guy, Roman K, right next to me. We will kill that one. And then Zake, and this one has 385,000 troops. So let's kill him. 2, 1, 3, send. Okay. Sorry if it's not super exciting. I try and talk a lot during these to keep it entertaining, but it is harder than you think to talk the whole time you're playing. Like, just even if I'm just narrating what I'm doing, it's more difficult than I thought. When I first started, it was way worse, but I've definitely been getting better. I think I've been getting better anyways. So easy kills here, not many resources. So right now we've got, what, 22, like 30 million resources. Like, I would really like much more than that. And right now for points, we're at 786 million. That's okay, but not amazing. So teleporting away. Now the other thing I do when I random teleport, I don't just random teleport and then sit. I like to look where I am on the map. Make sure, because I've random teleported and been like right inside of the forest or like where there's lots of big scary people. So I'm like, okay, I need to check and make sure I'm safe first. So now we're going to switch gear. So that's my healing gear plus the gems I have so far. And we're going to go into the castle, start our healing on what we've got. So 14 minutes of healing, and then we've got 77,000 that are dead that will stay here until the end. And now we switch back to war gear and we go back to the hunting. All right, so bookmarks. I'm still scared to go back to IMM. We'll give that one more minute. Let me check the rest of these. So MMG we checked, WTZ we checked, Sir. I don't think I checked them. I bet you they're on the forest. The first bookmarks I made were on the forest. So, yep, they're on the forest, on the corner. Anything over here? Goku? No, he's dead. Demoledor, dead. That's his farm. Gosh. There's, okay, Spike. There might be troops there. But this is right on the forest in a prime zone, so gotta be careful when you get there. Like, look around, make sure there's no enemies down here that are huge. This one might have some troops too. So a little bit to the south on the forest is a second target, a couple of potential targets. No, that's a dead castle. I might scout those anyways if I'm porting close enough. But it looks like one here and a garrison for a few. and then one here. So I think I'm going to teleport right here. And this we're just going to hit because we don't want to be here very long. So we'll hit it and then we'll scout it to see if there's resources. And while we're doing that, we're going to scout this one and this one and one more just because. Let's go watch the burn. So that was a good hit. 1.7 million kills on that hit. So let's take a look at the scout report. So he's got a bunch of silver, so we're going. I need to wait for the airship. The airship needs to go in first this time because he still has some troops. And then immediately following that, I'm just going to send my marches to clean up. I want all of the silver. And while I'm getting the silver, I'm going to check these other scouts for resources or big troops. So the dead castles have nothing. The one that was actually alive, I think is this one. 464 and a little bit of wood. I'll probably kill that. I think that's worth it. So this one, he had 3 million silver. So we just need to make sure that one of our last hits still has no resources. Okay, so this is cleaned out. He's got nothing left. So that final hit cleaned it out. Now we're going to send a march down here to this. I'm going to send a faster march because I want to hit it and be out of here. I don't like sitting next to the forest because everybody from other kingdoms is looking in the forest. And if you're there, you're a target for being speed hit. Let's see, anything down up over here? We looked here when we first started, and I think I came from south of the forest. So the only other thing to really look at is if we go next to Maki. That's scary. I I poured in next to Chris B, scouted him, and then ran and bubbled. That was last raid. I still have that scout report saved somewhere in here. Okay, so again, randoming away, and then we'll continue to look for bookmarks. So where did it put me? Put me in the edge of the map, so we're safe. Now the other bookmarks I want to check were after, what was that one, Stir or something? Oh, and these ones, so this is my cutoff, these grasslands one, but it's also where there were vampires. So Vav, I think we've already been there. Yeah, that's where I just was. So that's on the corner. And here's where IMM starts. Now IMM, if you just joined or if you're getting here after me, after I've explained this, they've got Jerome J, and he's a big 9 billion power maxed out castle, and he's sitting down here. That's his alliance. So to be very careful if I do port in here, because he's going to hunt me. And his speed hits are fast. There are some of these bigger players that their speed hits are not very good. His are good. Trying to think of the last person that had bad speed hits. I can't think of his name. Yeah, I don't remember right now, but it's funny to see a slow, like a 40-second march turned into a 5-second, but it gave me plenty of time to port and get out of there. So it's like, nice try, buddy, but oh, it's Punisher. Yeah, Punisher has, I don't remember what kingdom he is, but he's got slow speed hits. So this is where we were looking earlier. Here's Jerome. For people who didn't see, 9.39 billion power, monster. So he had somebody up here that was unshielded. Did they shield up? Did I miss my opportunity? Who was it? I separately bookmarked it, didn't I? Was it Art the Awful? So Art the Awful is 1.8 or 1.1 billion power, C33, which is a lot of troops, but it's very close to Jerome. Like, oh, and I was worried about this. So the other thing I'm worried about is this Pablo guy is 1.9 billion, which is less than me, but in a much older kingdom, so he's probably got better geared. Hey Tom, how's it going? Zero Jerome. Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't think I have enough money. I think I'd have to buy all of the packs. 186 million. She's Dead Castle, and this guy 1.1 billion. So there are targets here. I'm just worried that Jerome is awake. What do you think, Tom? Should I go for it? You're gonna say yes. I know you'll say yes. But if I'm gonna get a bunch of kills, I know that a C41 has bigger troops and bigger power to kill versus the C33 that'll have lower tier troops that I can get through. So the C41 also, if somebody was gonna have resources, it would be this guy. I want to port in right here. I wonder where I can fit. So I can't fit there. Can't fit here. So I don't fit anywhere close. So the closest spot I can really get is like down here. Or right here. I think I can fit here. Yeah. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. Do it for the content. Okay. Oh man. Okay. Scouting. And this is where if I get speed hit, I'm so screwed. Or if they freeze me, I'm so screwed. Okay. Scout report says just troops, no resources. Why doesn't he have any resources? Like, come on, man. Do it for the content. I need resources. Let's speed this up. We want to be in and out of here. We do not want to stay here hanging out. That's for sure. Okay, so I lost 500k, killed 750k. That means his stats are good. It also means that I don't have room in my hospital for another hit. So I need to quickly heal those and go for it again before it's too late. So let's heal that. Let's get into training gear. Hopefully I don't take a hit while I'm in training gear. That would be disastrous. We're going to instantly heal that. So we have 1.5 million troops worth of hospital space. Okay. Now we're going again. We're going to use march number 4, which is these. We're going to speed this in. Did I forget to click the thing? I think I forgot to click the thing, which means I'm going to take bigger losses here than I wanted. Yeah, dumb. Okay, I forgot to click the buff. Plus, I barely killed anything. Did he get rained? Or did my second hit just suck that bad? Did these guards not work? If he got rained, then I need to get out of here. Pablo rained him. Oh, he's got 2 people raining him. Okay, time to go. Sorry guys, if they're pinging Jerome or somebody else on Discord, then I'm gonna lose. There were no resources on the C41, so that yeah, no resources. It's not worth me going after that when they're raining him, because yeah, this was a big loss here. They both 2 people rained him, and then look at this. I definitely took the bad end of that. So yeah, it happens. Now I need to look at other kingdoms now, because because I don't think there's much left here right now. So I want to look at 551 and see what we can find. And then I also need to start the healing on that one real quick. So switching back into my gear. God, that was a big loss. I hate losing like that. An hour and 46 minutes to heal. I took big losses in here. So a lot of my troops went in here and a lot died. I lost a lot of permanent troops there. So that hurts. Ugh, I don't even want to look at it. Permanent loss 48,000. That's okay. That's not horrible. Not not great also. But if I'd remembered to click the thing, I would have had another 0 here, and then I would have realized the error of my ways. Okay, so let me get to the other kingdom again. Also, I'm playing on my tablet as well on my farms. So multitasking to the max. Okay, let's get back out there. I want to check out the other kingdom. The one over here, 596. These are all old bookmarks from like 2 kingdom raids ago, but these ones are recent. So I want to go check these out. So WCF. There's a C26. No troops. Oh, this is the first hive we checked that was already on fire. Okay, I remember that. Let's look at other places. Jur is under Alliance Shield. Let's check Russ. Russ is not all shielded, but I bet you the bigger castles are all shielded. So the other problem that I'm going to have for the rest of raid is that Jerome can find me on Sworn Enemy, because I bet not many people have hit his alliance, and I'm one of the few that is actually on that list now. So he can Sworn Enemy and speed hit me anytime, which is going to be rough. Okay, 523 million on a C40. Seems like he's already zeroed, but it might be worth looking at. If there's anything else around that's worth hitting. Bunch of castles with no troops. More castles with no troops. Chermis. This one might have troops too. Okay, this is where we're going to go next. So I'm going to port in. Where can I go? See, they blocked it up. That's good. Can I fit here? No. Ugh. Where can I fit? Okay. They've got this thing buttoned up tight. Respect for that. And I don't think I'll fit here either. Look at this. These guys did a good job. That's frustrating. I don't want to be this far away. I want to be right next to him for the action. Well done, Russ. Well done. Well played. Okay, we're going way over here. No, we're not going over here. Oh my gosh. Way down here. Yeah, Tom, it's iffy. With yeah, I might hit a tile and pour it in there. Let me see if it's even worth it. Like I might be able to just long range hit it. But let's scout first. And where's the other one? This one, Chermis. And were there any others that might be worth scouting? I mean, I'm right next to him. I might as well scout these, right? So, Chermis has 1.3 million, so we'll hit him first. And then we're after, see, Spanx has nothing. Atridraka has nothing. Wolf has nothing. Yeah, the 500 and whatever mil is zeroed. And then nothing there. So I don't know where my scouts are. Oh, or my red dots. Chirmis. Let's see how many kills we get here. Looks pretty good. Got them all. Speed hit tile ports. I didn't get them all. I left some on the table. 195k. So those I'm comfortable cleaning up without my airship. So we're going to send that in. Now, is there anything else on here? So the other thing that's weird is I saw messages pop up at the top of my screen for, I think it's for this. Like, is there a chat on here? Thanks for responding on Discord. I've got like 40 farms. If you want to come talk to Dab in 450. Alright, so apparently there's a chat option inside the game too. So right now I've got my laptop up next to me and I just glance over at it. But now that I know I can pull up chat in game, then you guys can see the chat. But you can see the chat anyways because you're watching from YouTube. And I don't think anything else in here is going to have a lot unless I get lucky. Like, I haven't found a jackpot in a long time. It's been a while since I found a jackpot. So let's hope for some like streamer luck where I just find one of these little castles that has like 500 million resources. Like, that's the dream. Let's make it happen. Nothing. 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 The other thing that was frustrating last Kingdom Raid, I had a guy bookmarked. He was out in the middle of nowhere, and I checked him so many times. And then someone from my alliance like signed on, checked it, and they had caught him without his shield and collected like 350 million resources. And I was just like, I think that was supposed to be mine. Those were my resources. I bookmarked him first. But that's how it happens sometimes. Gosh, okay. Well, we are going to move on shortly and look for some other targets if there's nothing here. I'll scout a few more of these that are actually tagged. There's too many little ones for me to scout all of them. I don't want to sit here all night. Scout this one, and there are a few down here. We'll scout some other stuff. Rust Devil, nothing. This one, nothing. Buckethead, nothing. Mini Devil, nothing. Caprioche, nothing. Oh, Tom, thank you. I just saw that. There's a new feature. I didn't know if if it would work, but yeah, it's the super chats and stickers and stuff. So thank you very much, Tom. Appreciate it. So the scary thing about being in this kingdom is Rod and Luca's Wrath. I probably shouldn't attack Rod because then I'll be on Luca's radar. But Luca's a good speed hitter. He hits fast. I've been on the receiving end of his too many times, and he's the one that's huge at like 20-something billion power, which I will never make it to 20 billion power unless I like win the lottery or something. Like, it's just never gonna happen. Okay, so I'm breaking one of my own rules, and that means I'm too far away from my actual castle. I don't like to be super far away from it as far as seeing what's going on around me. So I'd like to random away before I start scouting my bookmarks and looking for other targets. So these are the last couple of scouts, and then we're gonna move on and look for other targets. But this is kind of a stale raid so far. Oh yeah, dark speed hits super fast. Like, I'm glad he's on my side. Oh, there's some resources. Not a lot of resources, but there's some. Oh, and right next to me, she's so sweet to donate. So Insomnia's puppy, thank you. Looks like a nice Russian girl, but unfortunately she has to donate her resources to me right now. Yui, nothing, and Saiku has nothing. So we got all the resources. Not a lot, but something. My raid readout's slowly climbing. I mean, I've gotten a lot of silver so far. 7.7 million is pretty good to have such a small amount of other resources. So I'm kind of happy with that. Thanks for coming, Berserker Zeus. Appreciate it. Luca's current stats. I'm sure they're like 28k or something, just absolutely crushing. And I think he's working on his level 8 gears as well. So there's that. It's like him having all his level 7 gears is already massive, but like working on your level 8 gears is just so far above the rest of us. I'm working on my first level 7 gear and I'm so far away from it still. Like, it just takes absolutely forever. Not going to kill either of those, they're just small stuff. So let's pour it out and start checking some more of our bookmarks. So that was Russ. ITA, is that Italians? So here's a Christmas castle, no troops. Cyprian has no troops. It's close, like a C-28. The normal range I look for on a C-28 to have troops is like 270 to 300. But I don't think there's anything there. I could be wrong, it might be a small amount, but I'm only going to pour it over here if there's, more than one castle that's worth it. So Manlio, nothing. Manlio, 307. 307 for C33 also is zeroed out. 286 for C26. This one probably has troops. So the difference here, the C26 and 286 million, that's in the range that he's probably got some troops. But is it enough? Immaculate organic soaps. We have 254 with Jerome J, 551 with Luca's Wrath, and then 596. There was somebody big in there too. I think it was Filterfish. He's not huge yet, but he's in a newer kingdom. He's already like 3 billion power. That's a pretty decent start on spending, and his stats are pretty good. So I don't see anything worth porting into in that particular set of bookmarks. So let's go check some more. Rod we'll go to after. These are my placeholders for vampires. And I don't have many bookmarks for 551 apparently. I thought I had more. So I neglected this kingdom on my scouting. I think I spent more time in 254 than I did in the other one. But let's look at Rod. Like, I'm scared to do it. Oh, thanks, Evan. I appreciate it. Okay, so Jerome was in here somewhere. He was in here somewhere being scary. Nathan, 2021, not much there. Super 1, 485,000 C32. There's troops there. Lord 7, is that 39 mil? 397 mil. There's troops here. So there's 2 troops right there. I think I'm gonna risk it and hope that Jerome's not awake. March a lot bot, probably zeroed. I'm just looking for Jerome. I also like to look at the whole hive before I port in. Because, for example, like one of these guys may be bubbled, but if this guy was active and he was reinforcing, it's going to make it hard for me. So I like to see if there's any lines zipping in and out of the hive while they're doing other stuff. Like maybe they're doing their dailies and, maybe we're, I don't know, doing other stuff, but they didn't want to raid, but they will reinforce. Announcement from the living room from my daughter. WRL, nothing here. I think I'm going to go port in and hit those two and hope that Luca's not around because I don't see him. So he might be out raiding. But if he's out raiding, that also means that he can get back pretty quick to defend his people. So this guy, Little Boom, is active, but he's small enough that he won't be able to stop me. Okay, let's go for it. Ooh, okay, scary stuff. Going after the big guns. And where can I fit? Oh, it'd be so perfect if I could fit in between them, but I can't. So we'll go right here. We're just going to smack this one. We're not even going to scout. We'll scout after in case there's resources. I never want to leave resources on the table. And then we'll get scouting on these other ones while we're waiting to see what happened. So not very many troops there, actually. So I was off on this one. Yes! Jackpot. There it is. Nathan, 2021. There's our jackpot. Actually, we're not messing around here. We're porting in. Woo! All right. That's what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. I'm super excited about this. All right, I'm going to bed now. Have fun. Be careful, Rose. Rate me on Discord. If you could help me with the test server. For sure. Is there a new test server coming out? I haven't heard about it yet, but most definitely. So we're also going to check the scout report of this guy while we're here. He didn't have anything, but he led us to the jackpot castle. So these, I don't even bother sending my marches when I'm this close because infantry carries more. So even if it's sending infantry with guards that aren't infantry, it's totally worth it. So we're still collecting 20 million a hit. 17 million there. 13 million. I want to send my my airship again, and then we'll scout one more time and see what we're at. I think there's some left still. I don't think I got it all that fast. Wow, maybe I did. Okay. I cleaned that out way faster than I thought I could, so I guess that part's cool. I'm also going to scout all these little castles now because of this guy. This was a C-26 that had 220 million wood, so that's why I scout stuff. And I scout people that have farms in their name when they're something farm. I like to scout that just in case they have resources. This guy has some troops, Tiger 1, so we'll hit that. Because why not? And then we keep checking the scouts. Yeah, I'll send you a message on Discord, Tom, for sure, and then I'll get some info about the next test server when it's going to be, and we'll work on that. I'll scout a few more of these, but I don't want to hang out here too long. Again, like, even if they have tons of resources, it's Luca's wrath. He can end me pretty fast, and especially if they freeze me. I think I would only be able to take one of Luca's hits, but if they froze me and it maybe he sent a lesser march, the first one, so it didn't burn, and then he finished me off with his strongest march. Like, he could cripple me pretty bad. And I'm also getting to the point where I have enough troops to take more than one hit, but it's going to fill up my hospital, and then I'm going to be totally screwed if I have to take 2 hits. Hey Jiguru, how's it going? Welcome. You just missed a little mini jackpot. This little castle here had 220 million wood, but this is Luca's hive, so we're not staying here too long. We're about to exit. And I don't see much else in here, so we're going to pour it out, and then we are going to also check our timer. So I have 8 minutes left on my cooldown. Where did it put me on the map? So I didn't have many bookmarks in this kingdom like I normally prefer to. So I'll check a few live and see if we can't find anything. But I think I spent most of my time yesterday with bookmarks on 254. And right now a lot of them are shielded. And then there are some in here that are up, but they're bubbled. So I'm kind of stuck. Like, the bubbles will go down in 2 hours, but I don't think I want to keep the stream going for 2 full hours if I'm not finding anything. Like, just talking for 2 hours hurts my throat to even think about. So some tips for scouting while we're here when you're looking for targets. A lot of alliances like the corners for UIC. A lot of alliances like water for UIC and mountains, because it creates natural barriers where they don't have to create UIC blockers. But the other thing is it's hard to find it on the map. Like, the map is misleading because it will port you to spots that aren't water. Like, I definitely clicked right on the water and there's no water here, right? Even over here, you click right in the middle of a lake and then there's nothing. So when I am scrolling around, and I'll warn you guys, I'm going to scroll quite a bit right now. I tend to scroll in diagonal stripes across the map. And I look for things like this. So if there's water, I check all sides of the water for people and looking for alliances. And every time I see red borders, I go and investigate that, because a lot of alliances use blocker alliances. And if there's a blocker alliance up, then you might see the outside edge of that border first, like here. And then when you start investigating, you might find, oh, these are just farms, but somewhere over here on the other side of the lake, there might be a real alliance. So I just kind of look around for that. I see more red up to the north. I'll go check that out in a second. I just wanted to look at all this first. So this doesn't look like a real alliance. There's nothing. They're not blocking for anything. They're just there. So let's go check this one out. I'm trying to scroll a little slower than I normally would to not kill anybody's motion sickness. I know I get horribly motion sick. The other thing I always do, white lines are your friend. So here, this is ITA, but if you find a march like this, you can click the coordinates and it'll take you to where they are. And sometimes it will help you find a hive. We've already looked at this one, but good point, McDoof. Yeah, check the alliance mines. So if you go to one of those little kingdom or those little farming alliances out in the middle of nowhere, if they're gathering in the mine, then there's at least somebody active in the alliance. And it could be a little farm alliance, and maybe they've just been mining millions of silver and they forgot to shield. That would be quite a find, but wrong kingdom. So in here, I've already checked these. Jur was they were alliance shielded, but I want to see if anybody broke shield on accident, or if someone went raiding and came back. So I always like to check that. But the other thing is, I think this is an outgoing line, but I check it. So let's see. I think it's just a vampire, but it could be a returning vampire. So quick warning, close your eyes if you get sick. I'm gonna speed through this real quick. Oh, we found something. Nothing here. But there's more red lines over here. So there's an alliance wolf. WLF. So here you can see what he was talking about with the alliance mine, how it says gathering. So it's 413025. So it's not actively going down. Even though it says it's gathering, the amount's not going down at all. So if there is somebody gathering in there, it's not gathering very much. But Wolf's Edge, 101 million, there's no troops there. I doubt that there's much happening there. That's a dead castle, 149 mil. But then I lost my little white lines. So yeah, it was returning. So vampire. I don't know what else to check in this kingdom. Okay, final kingdom. We're gonna go look at 596. See if we can't find anything good. And if I can find something good, we'll keep it going. If I can't, then we'll shield up and say goodnight. So Thong, 420 million. There's some troops there. There's some bigger, definitely some bigger castles in here. Tickle Me is 1.6 million or 6 billion. So I see this little tiny thing pop up here so I can see Void say, what's up, Key? So I can start paying attention to that. The other thing I'm going to look for is if I can make this bigger, I can actually read it. Because right now it's teeny tiny. Sins City, there's troops there too. So I think I'm going to go visit these guys. But that means I need more teleports. The nice thing about my alliance right now is that we don't have a ton of raiders for Kingdom Raid, so I can be a little bit greedy for stuff like this. Nobody really gets mad at me for using stuff up because we often have extra stuff at the end. Like we'll have extra raid coins, and you know, on the last day, if I want to go raiding, I'll be like, hey guys, like I need 800,000 coins to go back out. And they'll be like, sure, take them, and it's pretty legit, so I definitely enjoy that. Oh man, 30 people watching? That's insane. That's a record. We just went 31. So thank you very much to everybody. You know, jump in the chat with each other, say hi, and you know, say hi to me. I'm very excited. Like, it's really flattering, and you know, it's kind of, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I really appreciate everybody showing up. And now I'm looking for a spot to port. So they've got everything kind of blocked up again. So these alliances that block everything up, like, yeah, good for them, but it's annoying for me. Like, I want to take your stuff, and they're not making it easy for me. So this one I'm going to have to kill some camps, because otherwise I'm just way too far away from where I want to be. So I think I want to kill this camp, because I don't think I fit here. Yeah, so I'm going to have to port in somewhere farther away and kill that camp. If I can even fit in. I can't even, oh my gosh. I can't fit anywhere. Wow. Where do I even go? My goodness. Where do I even go? These guys have it so buttoned up. Oh my gosh. Way out here. Not a fan. But it happens. So, you know, this is the last kingdom. Thanks for everybody showing up. I try to warn you when I'm gonna make people motion sick, but yeah, we're trying not to kill anybody's motion sickness. You know, there are people kind of close to where I'm at that are unshielded, so I'll hit those first, and then I'm gonna speed hit one of the camps to get closer to that other guy. But like, if you just happen to be close to where I land, I'm gonna scout you. Okay, Thong has 908,000 troops, so let's take care of that. We can check the status in a second too, see where I'm at in the rankings. I think I'm still number 1, but I want to see by how much. Thong number 2, Thong with a period. We're gonna hit that one without cav, or without airship. Tiramisu, nothing, and Sconix has nothing. So let's get another couple of scouts going. The other thing I want to do is I want to get closer to, where's the guy? Where is the guy that had troops? Sin City. We're going to kill this one. We use the new guards for that one. Alright, so we got all the kills. Yeah, Juguru made really good videos in the past. For you guys who don't know, he has a channel and he's got really good videos too. He's stopped somewhere along the lines, but we should encourage him to start back up. I could definitely, you know, do some cross traffic and send people to check out his videos too. Okay, so let's continue scouting, and I also need to look at, I need to be careful. I'm forgetting about my my farm, but I need to get on there and shield my farm before I end up losing a bunch of resources. So I'm signing into that right now on my tablet. So scout, scout, scout. So my troops are returning from the kill. I think they're returning from the kill. So I can port right here in a second. I'm going to check those scout reports. I want the scout report to land first, so I didn't waste the food for no reason. So 230k, I might go back and hit that. 248k, might go back and hit that. So the other thing I need to do is I bookmark reports when there are troops that I might want to hit so that they don't get lost while I'm doing other stuff. But let's teleport in here right next to all these big players. And let's scout this guy first because I don't know what he has. We'll scout some of these other little castles around here. And then we're going to see what they have. Enigma, nothing. Sin City, oh, he has nothing. He's hiding troops. So I just wasted a port. I should have long range scouted that first. So there's actually nothing there. Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that there would be troops there. So this one at 473 million is zeroed. So either he's hiding troops inside of someone else's castle, or he just had a really high, I don't know, base power. So, Jug, who do you have for Kingdom Raid? Newer Kingdoms, check. Who's against me? Amir, is that for me or for Jiguru? We have, for me, I have Kingdom 254, 551, and 596, which is my current. So I started here, went here, and then came here. So I've hit the major alliances of some really big players. So I'm worried that at some point they're going to, you know, find me with what's it called, the sweep, and then just ruin my life, because a big hit from Jerome or Luca is gonna definitely end my fun for the night. So now back over where I was is where it seems like there's more castles unshielded than where I ported to. I'll scout a few more of these over here, but there's not much so far. Apple pie sounds like a food farm, so that would be nice to find some food. I would love it if... Oh, as I talk about it, nope. Oh yeah, I gotta get out. Who's hitting me? Oh my gosh, I can't click right now. I'm so screwed. Panic. Oh god. Man. Who did it? Luca. Luca just destroyed me because I was too slow. Ugh, that hurts. That hurts so bad. So as I'm talking about it, it happens. I've got a minute and 19 seconds. I'm ready to port if it happens again. Then we'll look at the reports. Saw how fast those came? Dang it. Like, why did I have to talk about it? Look at this. I'm down to 1.2 million power. Someone said they were going to look for his current stats for me. I've got them now. Thanks. That second hit never would have happened if I was not on the screen with my mouse and keyboard. I couldn't click it. It's a much harder target to hit. If I was on my phone, I'm quick. So the thing that's deceiving, we'll look at those reports, but it may look like a win, but it's really not. Like, I definitely am hurting way more than he is. But, I mean, stage ranking, I'm 1.4 billion power. And I am shielding. I am done. So we'll look at the reports, watch how much I got demolished since I'm down 600 and, I don't know, 80 million power. And then, yeah. It was fun while it lasted. Okay, let's go take a closer look. So, watch this. I'll have tons of food now. Okay, it didn't. I want to look at these scout reports real quick to see if I'm missing out on a gold mine, which I'm not. So I think out of all the big players in the game, Luca has hit me more than any of them. I think that's 4 hits that he's gotten on me. So see here, it says it's a victory, but is it really a victory when you lose 2.1 million troops in a single hit? So here, he sent 1 million troops. He only got wounded, but he filled up my hospital, put 1.1 million in the hospital losses, and I permanently lost 133,000. Here's the benefit details. Just crazy. Look at this. At the next patch update this weekend, he's gonna go over 30,000 cavalry. Starting my fasting timer, I almost forgot. Look at his army damage, 255%. That's crazy. But yeah, this is just all. And look at these gears. Like, man, I think that's an 8 gear. Because this is a 6 gear, so a 7 would be 353, and then the 8 is 375. So he's got a level 8 gear here. He's got a 7 here, a 7 here. Damage received, that. I can't tell if that's a 7, and that's an 8, or if he just has all of his research done for this one, and these are both 7s. And then the second report is not as painful, and I don't know why. So the first hit was his cav with Gaston and Anne. His first hit was Milady and Jacob. Second hit was Anne and Gaston. So this one, another 136,000 permanent, and then because my hospital is full, I lost more total. So yeah, looking at the battle details, like I bet you he killed all of my infantry in the first go. Yeah, so the second time, I have no infantry left. He killed all of them. So that's what I'm up to. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see it, Jiguru. Like he wiped out all of my little troops in the first one, and then he was killing my tier 10s and tier 11s in the second hit. Which means that the second hit, even though it looks smaller, right? It looks like less. So on this hit, I lost 133,000 troops, but a lot of them are probably my lower tier 10s, right? This hit, because tier 12s die before tier 11s, was all tier 12s. So this one, I lost 136,000 tier 12s, which definitely more painful. So then, at least I still have enough troops to do dailies, but I'm down to 1.2 billion power. And I was close to 2 billion when we started Kingdom Raid. So down to 3.6 million troops in here, and then my hospital is gonna be stacked. Like, I wish that our hospitals were bigger. But yeah, 1.1 million troops in the hospital. I'm healing some right now, and then these will finish before I go to bed, and then I'll start the healing of the rest. And then I've got almost 3 million troops in the permanent border hospital, which there's tier 10s in here. I've still got some infantry that I'll get back. A bunch of tier 11s in here. And then tier 12s. So I will get back a lot of my cavalry and infantry and distance. But yeah, I'm going to have to look at my numbers and rebuild. All right, well, after that crushing blow, I think that's about it for me for this Kingdom Raid. We'll look at the score one more time, but I think that's probably where I'm going to end it. I wish I had 7,000 to spend on the pirate chest. Like, that's just... Oh yeah, they were tier 13. Or, oh, wait, let me double check. I'm like 95% sure they were tier 13s. So, battle details. Yeah, tier 13. So we sent tier 13 infantry and cav. 50,000 to 950,000. So that's 5%. I think other people prefer more infantry to the ratio, but you know, this obviously worked because he smashed me. But yeah, this one was the one that it really hurt. That's all tier 12s that went to the hospital. Okay, we got up to 37 people. Like, that's awesome. That's amazing. Does anybody have any questions or anything you want to talk about while I'm still here before we, take off? The other thing I don't like about the Kingdom Raid is when you go home, it puts you off in the middle of the nowhere, but it's like my spot is clear. Why couldn't it have just put me back where I was, I like some of the other events when it puts you back in your spot. I gotta remember where my spot is. I moved over here. Because now I have to waste one more teleport to get back to my spot. Yeah, Jiguru, like that's the whole thing with like why I don't like the meat shield is because of that. It's because the tiny tiers and all of the things that die first end up in your hospital, and then the second hit kills you. Like, I have some tier 10 still, but it's mostly infantry. So I think I had like 500k tier 10 infantry. The rest is tier 11 and tier 12. We are for stars. Well, if I can get there. I got to figure out this whole map thing. Map and world map. We're 12 stars now. And Uhtred is the king, and our kingdom is named Uhtred is not weak right now. But yeah, I mean, we're getting up there. I think, I'm trying to remember, we napped this last time around. Let's see, gonna get the new skin from Pirate Chest. I don't think I have enough for it. So Anna, or Anna, I don't know how, however you say it, but personally, I don't think Meat Shield is worth it. A lot of people do, but that's after like a certain critical mass. So the reason I don't like it is because my stats are so much lower than those massive players that if I take a hit like I did, we'll go over it real quick one more time. But if I take a hit, the first hit like I did, here, I lost 2.1 million troops, right? If we look at the battle, he sent tier 12s, but looking at the battle here, the first hit, it killed these are the rewards from Estate Affairs. It killed my tier 12s, my tier 8s, and then it dipped into my tier 12s a little bit. If I had a meat shield of like 3 million small tier troops, all of my small tier troops would have been in the hospital, and then the second hit would have been, well, I mean, it kind of happened anyways, but the second hit would have been, just as bad. Unless I have just a stupid amount of meat shield troops, like if I had, 15 million troops and, 10 million tier 12s and the rest was smaller tiers, then I'd probably be fine. But I personally don't think the meat shield is worth it anymore. K52 at 15 stars, yeah, it's crazy. Meat shields, UAC and Darklands, yeah, I can see that. Like, just getting your castle having lots of troops is... Oh, Tara, that was your hive? Well, then he saved you guys, but you didn't have much. Like, you should have told me. You could have opened up some resources for me. Emperor's going to do the crazy meat shield with tier 1 to tier 6s. Well, let me know how that goes when you finish it. Yeah, and good morning. Unfortunately, I have absolutely no idea how to say the name, but good morning. And then, yeah, winning. The thing that's so deceiving about these hits is it says it's a win, right? It's like, ooh, you won. But I don't really think it's ever a win to lose 2 million to 600K. Like, I don't know whose book that's a win in, but it's misleading. It would look like, oh, I did really good. I have 69%, he has 34, but he really overwhelmed me with this march. And yeah, for anybody just joining, Luca hit me, and here's his stats. They're absolutely insane. And right as he hit me, I was talking about how I was scared of Luca and Jerome and how I was on their list because I had been to their hives. And since I was talking about it, it happened. So I took the 2 hits, took the losses, and then I got out of there, got shielded. So the second hit shouldn't really have happened. I should have been able to get away, but because I'm on the computer, it was slower than when I'm using my finger to get away. Also, because Terra's Hive was so tight with castles that I had nowhere to port, so I had to scroll really far away. So, yeah, okay, last thing someone asked if I was going to get the pirate chest this time. I'm saving up all my keys for tomorrow to do a big opening, but it won't be that many. I'm only going to do the 800, I think, because looking at the quest for today, I don't think I'm going to save. I don't want to waste guard recruits because of the new cavalry guards being in them normally. So I value that the fragments for them higher than keys. And then I don't really have airship parts right now. Like I burned them all during the 50% event. So I won't get any keys here. I won't get any keys here. So basically I'm not recharging today. So basically the only keys I have are the 800 that I have right now. I can't even click this to exit. Okay. Oh man, now chat is getting lively. Like, this is fun. Hi Ali, nice to meet you. Herbie, hey. I ran. Yeah. So I just Oh, that's a nice. Yeah. So Corian was there too. It's a good tight hive. Like it was hard to get into, and those are like they're great for defense. Like it took me a while to even find a spot to port. Tara, I went to his hive first. So if you go to someone's hive, you get on their swarm enemies list if you attack someone. So in Kingdom Raid, in here, the sworn enemy. So these are the people that attacked my guys earlier. So Luca, he's got troop kill points here, but because I won both attacks, he didn't get any of my resources. So that part's good for me. With his march, he would have taken so many. Oh yeah, Juguru, I'm still the ambassador, but it's basically what I get is I'm under an NDA and I have access to early information. So like I already know what the patches are going to be coming up and that type of stuff. But again, it's under NDA and I don't want to risk getting sued for the original prize money, to break that. And then sometimes they'll ask me to do special videos or things like that. Like I have a video that's coming up in the next couple of days for the 4th anniversary celebration that should be starting, in the next few weeks. So they wanted me to do a video on that, and I'll be doing that and getting that released. So, okay, let's see. Wants to see my ship stars. Let's go take a look. All I can do right now is, why can't I click my, I can't click my airship. That's weird. Let's try loading out and loading in again. It won't let me. So we wanted to see airship stars, but I can't click it. Okay, well, I have mostly 6 gears, and I'm working on my first level 7 gear. So this is the best I'm going to be able to do right now because it won't let me click it. But I have all of these saved up. We can do the crushing live to see. I save these up until I have a bunch, and then I shrink them down and see where I'm at. So it looks like I'm going to end up with 1 more. So you see I broke all of that stuff down to get 1 more. So I'm close, but not close. Oh, resetting the game. That's no fun, but I can do it. Let's see. We'll go to a blank screen for a second. Hopefully it doesn't kill the stream, but we'll reload. And then maybe we can look at the airship. Oh, my airship is back and it lets me click it. Thanks for the fix. And thanks for joining, everybody. So we've got people from Kingdom 651, 332, 124, like all kinds of kingdoms. So my airship stars, I've got level 6s for cavalry damage and infantry damage. I haven't done this one for the troop load. I love troop load, but it's not worth spending level 6 gears on. For the engine, I only have a level 5 here, but that's because I decided I want a level 6 on cavalry damage more than I want the infantry damage to come up one. And then this one was, I think, one that I should not have ever done. I don't know why I did. I don't know if I misclicked or what I was thinking, but this one, for 10% troop march, like I would have another level 7 gear. Here, artillery, definitely didn't want the artillery leveled up. I've got the distance damage done. I did not do this one for the resource gathering speed. And here's another one that I probably should not have done. The reason that I don't think that I should have done this one is because it's a flat stat. And it's really not that much compared to some other things. Like, I think putting this star on gave me an extra like 15 or 20% troop attack, which is not worth it. Like, that's one research. If we had another airship research, I would not put that one back on there. And then back to the hull, I have distance damage at 5, artillery damage here. Because again, I don't use distance, so I don't need to increase this until after I've got my first 7 gear. And then battlefield treatment. If this was a bigger jump, like if it was more than 0.5%, I might do this. But it's just such a small jump that I don't think it's worth it. I'm so behind on chat, so Kingdom 443 is here, Kingdom 260. Yeah, we got a lot of people here. But I think we're coming to a close. I'm not going back out this Kingdom raid after those hits because I'm out 300,000 troops permanent, which means I'm going to have a little bit of catching up to do to get back to that 2 billion mark where I was. So, yeah. While everybody's having such an actual good time chatting, like it's hard to want to end it. It would. And it probably would have helped me lose less there. Most of the time I'm not taking hits. So what, like having it happen live, it makes it relevant. But like last Kingdom Raid, I didn't get hit at all. And the one before it, I got hit once, but it was by Chris B. And then the one before that, I didn't get hit at all. I don't get hit in Kingdom versus Kingdom very often. And if I do, it's with my infantry and cavalry because they're in a tower or I'm attacking someone or we're fighting on a tile. So I don't know. Like, yes, it would help, but I don't know if it would help as much as the level 7 gear that I'm after for my main troops. And that's the thing that I'm kind of up in there on. But maybe I'll change my mind, like, as I keep going towards these level 7 gears, and they just take forever. Like, I basically could have got those done without having to, like, I could have both the distance and the infantry damage reduction done, and I would still have 2 level 7 gears. So, I don't know, maybe I will change my mind. Let's see, warbooks, I'll go look at warbooks in just a sec. So, like, what I just did, I could have gotten one more gear, and maybe I'll do that. You know, I might. I think I used all of my gear resets. Like, let's see if we can get a rainbow live. No rainbow. I think I used all of those items up already, like the airship reset for gears. I think I used that a long time ago before I realized what it was. And I've never... There's unlimited where? I totally didn't know that. Are they in a shop somewhere? Oh my gosh, I'm learning something. Okay, where am I clicking? So inside my airship, click on the enhance. Click on the gear. I don't see the gear. Up here? I'm trying. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay too. I have no idea what I'm looking for. Envelope. Go back. Okay. Going back in. Sorry, I'm trying to read chat after you guys have said it. So go back in. No, it's locked. Okay, hit the plus. This thing? Oh my gosh. I did not know that. Wow. That's awesome. Okay, so the one that I said I would not have done, which was, where is it? So we're gonna fix that right now. Which one was the one I said I wouldn't have done? It was the troop attack one. So here, we're gonna roll this one back, and then we'll level it back up to one less, and we'll put the distance one on. Whoops. Wow. Thank you for that. I can't believe I didn't know that. That's awesome. And if I didn't know that, that means there's other people who didn't know that. So this is definitely video worthy. Okay, so now instead we're going to go find the distance. Was it damage received or distance damaged? Or distance damage. Let's go look. It was... So those are both damage received. Infantry damage. Okay, so I was on the right one. This one. So the distance damage received is the one that I wanted to do. So that would have helped me with the hit. So now when I want to reset it, now I know that I can reset some of these and get my distance or my cavalry gear. God, that's awesome. I can't believe I didn't know that. So what would I get back if I did this one? Basically, not much. Yeah, like I'll probably do a quick video on that, or maybe that'll be Jug's comeback video. Is he can do a video on that and we can promote it and get him back in here, because I didn't know that at all. That was 100% you. I can't believe that I've never looked for that. Okay, well, I think that's a good spot to end it. Oh, someone wants to see war books. Let me look at war books real quick. My war books right now are... How do I even look? Why can't I see it? Here it is, Library of War. So I have the all cavalry, because I'm a cavalry main. So I've got the cavalry, Thunderous Charge, Steel Resolve, and then my tier 12s and my tier 11s. So those are all maxed out. And then I'm working on my infantry. I'm going to do these ones, and then I'll do these and these. And because I keep tier 10s in my castle, I might do this. By the time I do this, I might be at tier 13s, and then I'll do the tier 13 ones first. Now here I know I can reset the war books and redo those. But yeah, if I did get tier 12s, I would probably reset and take books away from the tier 11 books to do my tier 13 books. All right, so any questions about books or why I did it that way? The books like general questions about the actual abilities, some of them are so confusing, like it's hard to actually figure out what they mean. But you know, in general, I know it's good practice to max out these two and then pick the tiers of troop that you actually use. Oh gosh, yeah, like once people start getting tier 13s, like they're gonna do something extra with war books, or like, you know, they're not making any money right now because all of the whales have war books like maxed out. They have 200 of them. Okay, so sacrifice, interpretation of sacrifice. Your infantry goad the enemy into attacking them instead of your other troops. Infantry will take 35% damage on behalf of other troops whenever the remaining number of infantry is more than 50% of all infantry in the march. So to me, that means in round one of the attacks, your infantry will pull 35% of the damage from your cavalry or distance, whoever is going to take the damage, and they will die instead. Then from there, in round two, if there's more than 50% of your total infantry in the march left, so say you send 100,000 infantry and 500,000 cavalry. In the first round, without this ability, if 50,000 cavalry were going to die and 20,000 infantry were going to die, well, they would take 35% of that damage and save, what would that be, 17,500 of your cavalry, and they would die instead. So then you would have, let's see, math. So then on round two, because they died more on round one, there would be less than 50% infantry. And, oh, how does it work on defense? I don't actually know. If it seems like it works on castle attacks, though. 150 max, I think, unless they changed it. Okay, I have 30 on cav distance, like 18 infantry, 150 max. What is the 150 max? Is it for, are we talking about in here? So if it works on defense in your castle, it just means like having a bunch of infantry in your castle, infantry will die first. Infantry dies first in the kill order, but it means like all of your infantry will die first, because if you have 1,000,000 infantry in your castle and your hit was going to kill 1,000,000, well then they should be absorbing 350k losses from your other troop types to die first. Oh, total war books? Is it capped at 150? So if it's capped at 150, then they're probably doing 10 here, 10 here. The books for tier 13 are double. So to max out this ability would be 20 war books. So it would be 40 to get your tier 13 and these two, and then another, it would make it 50 to do your tier 12s. So if they were going to be balanced, they'd probably want 50 on each. Or if they're really heavy in one, they might do their tier 11s as well and not do something else. The other ones like this are, this one is more confusing as far as the percentages and stuff go, because if it's just a flat percentage, it doesn't do much. Increasing your total defense. But if it's a multiplier, like say it's increasing your total defense, that's 10,000, and it's increasing it by 25%, well, that's increasing it by 2,500 for that attack that you're, taking. But I don't know if it's a flat percentage or if it's a multiplier, and they will never give us the information we want as far as a clear definition of this. Like, people have tried to contact customer service, they've asked the mods, we've done all kinds of stuff, and they won't get us a straight answer on what this actually means. But every little bit helps, so Um, I think, I mean, if unless we want to talk more about these, I think I'm winding down here. I've been done with actual Kingdom Raid for quite a while. We've just been hanging out, but yeah, it was fun though. Percent based on troop based stats, not your stats. Yeah, so if that's the case, then that one might not even be actually worth me doing. Maybe I should skip it, instead doing like going to this instead. That, well, this one just increases total health. Like some of these, if you really look at them, if they're flat stats, they're not nearly as good. But these ones, like, oh, so it's damage though. So this one is increasing your total health, not that great, right? But this one reduces the damage received. So actually this book might, for the tier 11s, is better than the other ones because the damage stat is super powerful. Versus, health and attack, and the other ones, like, this is total defense, so that won't be very good with the way that flat stats are now. But this one, taking damage on behalf of your troops, is good. This one is really good because it's damage received. I've never actually sat down and looked at these. And then tier 10, again, total health, so not that great. Tier 9s reduces the damage received. So going on this, like, I wonder if, like, building a bunch of tier 11s, tier 9s, maxing out these talents and putting these inside of the castle would actually be an effective type meat shield. And it looks like it skips every other one. So yeah. So the one for tier 13, is that the same? Nope, that's total health. So tier 12s is not damaged though. So I don't know their pattern for that. Yeah, so I don't know, like, it's interesting. I might have to revisit this and actually make some changes. Like, if I actually look at this ability, I don't think it's very good. I actually find that this one is much better, and I would rather have my points on this because then my tier 11s would have taken even less damage. Um, as far as a defensive point, like, I do need some distance stuff, but this would be a last priority for me. And I tend to only get war books when there's an event going. So, like, the next time 50% comes, I might do one or two just to get some tiers. But other than that, I'm usually just holding them for events. I never do war books when there's not an event up. I do wish that the war reports were a little bit better so we could really, like, see what was happening. Like, I wouldn't mind if a war report was huge, like, round 1 this happened, round 2 this happened, round 3 this happened, and it showed all 10 or 15 rounds of combat to see how you got to the end result, versus just saying, yeah, these troops died, these abilities went off. Like, looking at this report, if that banner would get out of the way, his mighty influence only went off 8 times, and the rest of his fearless charge went off 21 times, which is really good. But over here, her stuff went off 11 and 14, and then my guards had their abilities go off not many times. Not many at all. Let me show you the hero store. So that's a good suggestion. The reason that I can't, I'll show you why. My hero store has legacy items. So let's see, war documents, 260. Yeah, that's pretty good because, let's see, when you trade in, when you kill a threat, you get 9. You get 9 of these 2,000 experience books. So killing a threat will get you 9 of them. a level 55 threat. So killing 2 threats will get you enough for a war book. That's actually a really good trade-in value. So yeah, if you're killing a bunch of threats and you have tons of guard experience, or you're doing the estate affairs and you have tons and tons of the blue build up, you can trade that all in for coins and then buy stuff with it. And the reason I can't buy anything else right now is, see these sealed guard fragments? This is a legacy item. The only reason it's still here is because when they went away, they didn't remove them from the store. They just prevented you from buying more and adding to it. So when I first joined this alliance, we had like 6,000 of these. So what these are is basically you can trade it for 2 guard fragments, and it's only 240. So it's the same thing, like I kill threats all the time, and once I get up here, I'll trade in, all of my blues, all of my greens, and like 5,000 of these, and then I'll buy a whole bunch of banners, and I'll turn them into recruitment banners when I get low. Oh, well, I mean, they removed it. Oh, you're talking about the war books? Yeah, they've. I would like to think that I'm not popular enough to actually influence that, but you never know what they're going to watch and when. They might be like, oh, that's too good, and this will be 500 next time. But I have had things happen where I do complain about it in a video and then they fix it. So, okay, everybody. I see we're dropping in numbers because we're just chatting. Thanks for everybody who showed up. Yeah, John, I get it, but my guards, I'm starting to get to the point where what I do every single day is I just do 1 guard, 1 level every day. So right now I'm doing Lucian because he's appointed. I want to work on him next. But I go here and I'll hit this and I'll hit upgrade and I'll do it once. And that's to complete my daily and also make some small progress. So slow and steady. And then the other stuff I use for whatever I can. The other thing I'm hoping for is I hope that Valban and the research card become recruitable. Because right now, having them in the pay only section, I'm not a fan of total pay to win like that. There's pay to progress, which most people call pay to win, and then there's actual pay to win, like this guy. If you don't spend money, there's no way to get him, and that is the complete definition of pay to win, and I don't like it. So I'm hoping at some point they move him into the recruitment banner recruiting so other people can get him. Yeah, the blue rare guard fragments, I'm dumping all of the extra stuff I have into those all the time, and that's how I'm able to keep recruiting, and that's part of the reason that I've made such good progress on here, is because I always have enough banners to do the recruiting I need. So I'm down to 2,400 right now, but I think I have 1,000 of those things saved up or something. Let me scroll and find them. And then I swear I'm going to end the stream after that. I keep getting sucked back in. These are good questions. Yeah, the research guy, I have him, but it's expensive. Yeah, so I have 659 of them saved. So I tend to wait till I have 1,000 of them, and then I'll cash them in for 2,000 banners and keep going off of that. Oh, that's way more than I spend. I wish I had that much to spend. I don't think I'm allowed to. Let's see. I don't think I'm allowed to actually say what the amount of coins I spend is, but it's 8 times less than that. We'll say that. People want to math, they can, but okay. Really, really going to end it this time. Thank you everybody for showing up. I appreciate it so much, and thanks for watching. I will try and do this again next time And hopefully there won't be any Lucas or Crispies or Jeromes to end the fun early. Okay, everybody. Sorry to cut anybody off who's still chatting. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Look out for one coming up in the next couple of days for the 4th anniversary of Guns of Glory.